And somewhere in the distance they hear something someone said. How did it come to this?
Hey YouTube, Red Sox fan, finally back again with Let's Play Vanilla World of Warcraft. This is episode 37, and I, right now, am inside Scarlet Monastery. Most of you guys are probably a bit surprised that this 2 episodes in a row I've done dungeons. So yeah, I'm in Scarlet Monastery. I'm obviously starting off with the Graveyard wing. I wouldn't want to surprise you and go rogue, maybe do a little library first. No, I'm not going to do that to you guys. And as you can see already, I am the healer for this group, and boy, let me tell you, we actually did not have many problems with my healing, even though I'm in enhancement spec and about 90% of my gear is for enhancement shamans. So just a quick little backstory for the Scarlet Monastery. It is split into 4 distinct wings. There's the Graveyard, then the Library, then the Armory, and finally the Cathedral. So the Graveyard is the very first wing that players can traverse, and it is recommended that you be at least 26 and up, preferably closer to 30. The Graveyard, the leftmost entrance, is the easiest and smallest. Like the Library, it does not require the Scarlet Key to enter. The mobs are almost entirely undead, and, unlike most instances, most are non-elite. The Graveyard itself is actually split into 3 different areas. First, the Chamber of Atonement, which holds the boss Interrogator Vicious. Next is the Forlorn Cloister, which isn't home to traditional bosses, but houses 3 rare spawn bosses, Ashir the Sleepless, Fallen Champion, and Ironspine. And last, but certainly not least, is Honor's Tomb, which is home to Blood Mage Thalnos, which is the end boss for the Graveyard. The Scarlet Crusade uses the Chamber of Atonement to torture captured Forsaken and other undead. There are numerous implements of torture about the place, used to make captured victims writhe in agony and eventually die screaming. The leader of these torturers is Interrogator Vicious, the first boss of the Graveyard. James Vicious is the Scarlet Crusade's lead interrogator at the Scarlet Monastery. He enjoys torturing any captured undead and takes great pride in his work. Vicious is known for his unrelenting sadism, cruel expertise, and high-pitched voice. Now this fight is pretty simple. Obviously he's a melee boss fighter, because he's dual-wielding, torturing, daggers. But he also casts 2 spells. One, Immolate, which has a chance to inflict a player on a melee hit, and then he also casts Shadow Word of Pain, which I believe is just randomly, or maybe whoever has the highest threat. As for his loot table, he drops 1 rare item, the Torturing Poker, which is a dagger that also causes 5 to 7 fire damage on top of its regular melee damage. However, the most common loot he does drop are the Bloody Brass Knuckles, which in vanilla are actually just common fist weapons. The Forlorn Cloister is the second area of Scarlet Monastery's Graveyard Wing, and is the term that gives the wing its name. Restless wraiths and zombies wander about, seeking vengeance. The cloister is also the grounds of a few hunting heroes of the Scarlet Crusade. During this run-through, our group was actually lucky enough to run into one of those rare mob bosses in the Forlorn Cloister, Ironspine, who is a level 32 rare skeleton-y boss. He doesn't have any special abilities, but the fight was pretty tough, only because when we pulled Ironspine, we also pulled 1 or 2 other elite mobs, one of which has a nasty curse debuff that reduces all healing received by 75%, and that should be removed as quickly as possible if you have either a druid or a mage in your party. His loot table is actually quite impressive. He drops 1 of 3 things, either Ironspine's Eye, which is a ring with strength and agi on it, Ironspine's Fist, which is a one-handed mace with strength, or Ironspine's Ribcage, which is a mailed chest piece with strength, agi, and a lot of stamina. Blood Mage Thalnos is a level 32 elite skeleton boss found at the end of the Graveyard Wing of Scarlet Monastery. Although he lacks any distinguishing mortal features, judging from his title, it is assumed that Thalnos was once a Blood Elf mage, prior to his undeath. The fight is quite simple. All he does is cast Shadow Bolt and Flame Spike, and hit you with the staff over and over again. His loot table caters only to casters, as he drops the Orb of the Forgotten Seer, which is a held and offhand item that has plus 12 spell power, and the Blood Mage Mantle, which is a cloth shoulder piece with intellect and spirit. Now, I know you guys have been waiting a long time for this episode, and I'm sorry that it took so long for me to make it, but I actually just hopped on, well, it'll be yesterday when I hopped on, and I basically formed a group within the first half hour, which is a success in my book. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it is incredibly short, and I apologize for that, but really it's only because the graveyard, Scarlet Monastery, is an incredibly short dungeon. It only has 2 bosses, not including any of the rare spawn bosses that are located in the Forlorn Cloister, which was really tough for me to say throughout this entire episode. And you should definitely stay tuned because I have some surprises coming up for you. You don't have to be waiting that long for the next episode to come out. I already have it recorded. I already have the next 2 episodes recorded, so that should brighten people's spirits who's been, wanting me to put out more content quicker and quicker. And as I inch closer to my summer break, that looks like a definite possibility. So until then, guys, this has been Red Sox Fan. Hope you guys enjoyed this Scarlet Monastery graveyard run through. And until then, guys, stay classy and peace out.